Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time to play 100 Days of StoneHearth together with the Ace mod, a community effort to finish and improve the game as the developers were forced to abandon it many years ago. I've been playing the game on the channel extensively in its alpha phase, and today I want to see just how far the community was able to take it. I got my customized party right here. We have 3 stats, mind, body and spirit, all of which are going to be important when it comes to distributing the roles. I'm going to get started with the default option with lots of food, so we have time to prepare but not many tools. This way I can also experience the entirety of the crafting progress. We're going to settle down here, smooched into the mountain, got lots of wildlife, bunch of trees and plants. We should be okay. Gonna place my town banner right there, and here we go. We officially founded our town. First things first, I'm gonna have a look into the harvest menu, and we want to gather up a bunch of these trees. Like, just start by cutting them down. I do believe we start with a standard axe, and I'm also gonna tell them to harvest a bunch of these berries here, just to get started with. Okay, let's see how they do. Looks like everyone has chosen a tree, and now my hearthlings are starting to fell those bastards. Right now we don't really have a place to sleep, so maybe that is the first thing we should be taking care of. Let's see what options we have. We can only place items that we actually currently own, so in our storage cart we can find a campfire pot that we can place here, and we also got a bunch of oak tree seeds that we could go ahead and plant if we wanted. Let's maybe have a look at the citizen roster, which by the way changed because I managed to corrupt the save game, but all we have to do is choose one with a high mind, I believe, change the jobs, and our first job is gonna be a carpenter. Approve that and get things going. Here we go. Randall actually picked something up, so what we can do now is have a look at the crafting, and inside the carpenter menu we want to get started with a carpenter workbench. Now I think it's going to be easier if we use the placing menu and craft and place in order to set up the workbench, so I want to go ahead and place that right here for now. We can always move things around later, and I also would like to see a splitting block right next to it. While we're waiting for this to happen, I also want to craft a bunch of beds, at least as many beds as we have hearthlings in the colony, which I think is currently 6. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that, and my carpenter here should be going for it right away, crafting some stuff. Hopefully, first of all, the crafting bench, so we have access to more recipes. And yes, indeed, there it is. Maybe somebody else is gonna tag along in order to pick that up and put it right where it belongs. Wonderful, thank you so much. Now my carpenter can actually go to work, use that workbench in order to build more complicated stuff. We also got a messenger here. Okay, we have to choose a banner of some sorts. Let's choose. It's gonna be Nathan's sandbox, of course, and I think we're gonna go with banner of strength, giving us some bonuses to ore, stone and clay. Yeah, that feels good, thank you. In the meantime, my carpenter already built the first bed, so somebody just has to bring this along. I think they're just enjoying themselves right now. Yeah, look at these guys, just taking a break. What are you doing? Okay, finally we can see some action again. We got the first beds already placed. In this case, I would say we're gonna get started with our first house. Now, you can build everything on your own, and that actually involves a lot of customization. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna first go with a bunch of templates. We have some shared sleeping quarters that might actually be interesting. We could also just dig into the mountain if we wanted to. Get this rotated the right way, and I just want to put it here against the wall, something like that. Okay, now we can go ahead, even add a couple of pathways. Right now I only got access to wood really, so maybe an ashen floor is gonna do the trick, and I'm just gonna do the first part here. So we're gonna go out 3 blocks and then go over a little bit, and this is gonna be our pathway. Once we're happy with that, we're gonna confirm the building and just set it to build. Yeah, it's still right there. People just have to get started building it, and by the way, everything that we need for this building is also gonna be queued up in our crafting benches. Okay, looks like they don't get started with building the building because my fire pit here is in the way, so I just have to move that and then they should get started. Yeah, here we go. Let's confirm the building, and checking out the crafting station again, we can now see everything has been queued up, and everything I don't meet the requirements is gonna be marked with an exclamation mark. Wonderful, and here they are starting to dig up the terrain, building the foundation and everything. They're also gonna do the scaffolding right away, so I don't really have to be worried about that. And in the meantime, my carpenter can just move along, grab whatever materials he requires. Looks like it's finally nighttime. Some of my Hearthlings are going to sleep. Looks like Kay here is sleeping on the floor despite the fact we still have 3 beds. What you gonna do? Then we also have Tippy right here being absolutely restless. She definitely wants a roof over her head. Looks like Tippy already got a new title. She just became an apprentice builder, coming with some renown. We can also have a closer look at each Hearthling. Like Tippy here has a green thumb, so she definitely should become our farmer. Right now we probably still have a lot of things queued up here. We could go ahead and try to build a hoe, and I think if we shift click it, it is gonna be put to the top of the crafting menu. And there it is, the beautiful hoe. Let's go ahead and assign this to Tippy. Where is she? Right here. Change the jobs, and we want you to become a farmer. Randall just reached carpenter level 2. Very nice. We have access to new recipes. Now we can go ahead and designate a farming zone. Let's maybe do this a little bit off to the side. And I think I'm gonna go with an 11 by 11 area for the time being. Just make this into carrots, for instance. And then I saw we have access to a different crop. Let's do another 11 by 11. Maybe this is a little bit too excessive. We shall see. But look at her. She seems to be happy with her job, now tiling the farmland. And here we have our first daily upgrade. Every time we reach the requirements, a new settler will be available. Let's just go ahead and accept them right there. Lolly Mavel has joined our workforce. Kay right here is eventually gonna become our warrior. Let's see, we need that to be crafted by a carpenter. Do we already have access to the sword? Let's check it out. Yeah, right here. As we leveled up to level 2, let's go ahead and create a sword. So we already have some defenses up just in case. It's just the first tier of swords, but a wooden sword better than nothing. Kay, you're gonna go ahead and grab that sword, become our first warrior. And I believe we also have access to a shield, so maybe we should go ahead and craft that as well. Where is the shield? Right here. Rough wooden shield. Now Kay is not really gonna do anything other than defending, so he's gonna become rather worthless, just patrolling around a little bit. In the meantime, the rest of the Hearthlings are finishing the first sleeping quarters. Okay, I decided to go for a second sleeping quarter, also undeploying all of the beds right here. And I just noticed now that we have a carpenter level 3, we have access to a new tool bench that we need to place somehow. I'm just gonna do this right here. But other than that, everything is coming along. On the opposite side of the sleeping quarters, I would like to set up some dining hall before then maybe moving on to making individual buildings for crafting areas. Looks like we have our first harvest going on. I didn't invite any new Hearthlings, but I think the next time I will do so. And we also just finished both of our sleeping quarters. And yes, they are indeed enjoying themselves. Right on the other side, as announced, I placed a dining hall, and right here I also made a little bit of a stockpile. I also activated the simple pottage, so we put some low-grade food in there and actually improve on it. Now, as we invite new Hearthlings, we should also think about the other jobs we want to occupy, such as gathering herbs. For that, we first need to gather some healing herb. To craft a mason hammer and chisel, we first need a little bit of stone. To craft a shepherd's crook, we first need a little bit of animal fur pelts. And to craft a weaver's spindle, we are gonna need some bundle of fiber and bones. Let's check out the daily update. We got more than enough stuff, so we're gonna accept a new settler. Tippy also just reached farmer level 2, so we got a couple of buffs for her related to farming. And there's also a new job opportunity. In order to become a cook or a shepherd, we first need farmer level 2. Right now, I think I'm happy just having Tippy keep on farming. And there she is, Twilla, our new Hearthling. Twilla is not really good at anything. I guess for now, she's just gonna join the building force. Hooray! Well, you look at that. They are definitely enjoying the new dining hall. It looks like there are actually seasons in the game now. And there's another daily update. Should we go for another Hearthling? Yeah, probably, because we do want to have new jobs. So here he is, Gizcard. Oh, what I would like to do now is a little bit of mining here, and I think I already got this started, right? Yeah, we want to mine inside of the mountain in order to hopefully get some stone. Now hold on, before we plant anything new, I could go ahead and remove this now. Actually, maybe not with the turnip, because they also grow in autumn and winter. So I would want to change the crop after harvesting the next carrots, I would say. Looks like we're almost done with the carpenter's workshop, definitely the most important building in the beginning. Well, it doesn't need to be a building, but it's just nice to have. They still haven't dug a tunnel, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, we can actually slice the terrain just like that, and I figured out what we have to do apart from just digging the tunnel. We also have to go ahead, click this and confirm by saying resume mining. And now they are going to mine this, and I also already gathered up a bunch of stone and clay, as you can see here. And I feel like slowly but surely this isn't gonna do the trick, so I decided to build a bunch of crates that I'm gonna have placed around the carpenter's workshop. I just need my carpenter to pick up work again. Yeah, there is one of these famous crates. I also moved my food over here, so I have a little bit of a better overview of how many food items I have. Now I just need to go ahead and place those crates. Now let me see. I accidentally just crafted them. Right here, for instance, we can have 2 large crates right next to each other. Now wonder, no, I probably cannot stack them up, but what I can do now is gather my wood in these crates, and then I can also extract them from this storage area. Yeah, this is gonna make for a much cleaner look, and then we can also have some crates over here for the stone, for instance. So I got 2 additional crates right there. One is gonna be stone and one is gonna be for the clay. And this way I can probably get rid of this entire storage area. In the storage cart, I also don't wanna store the clay. This is already set up. Now I should also be able to get into design mode and maybe set something up here. Split walls, what do we want? I just want normal blocks. And I want them to be made out of stone. Let's go with a blue color. I kind of like that. And then what I want to see here is a nice and fancy wall. Let's just go about 5 blocks or so. Let's maybe do 7. And then I'm gonna build this up a little bit, make this accessible with a nice doorway here. Wait a second, I first have to remove another layer here on the other side. Yeah, this is not gonna work out, but let me maybe finish this first. We can even build a ceiling here, though doesn't look like this is gonna be possible. Let's maybe just forget about that. And maybe even have some nice clay flooring here all the way to this point. Let's just go ahead and build this for now. And then I need to get back into mining and get rid of this wall. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Now we should be able to even maybe place a door. Wooden tunnel door. Maybe this is even too large for what I have going on. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the door, of course, have a layout of 4 blocks. So my 3 block wide pathway is not really good. There is a wooden frame that actually fits in here. So we should be able to place that. And also, before I forget, we should get into crafting and finally make the mason's hammer and chisel. Looks like we also gathered up our first type of ore, the tin ore. Okay, I think I finally managed to build something here, but now I'm interested in getting my mason. Let's see what we can do. Rain Edessa right here. I think I'm gonna promote. Let's change the jobs into mason. As soon as we got that promotion in, we should also be able to build a mason's workbench. Let's go ahead and do this. And I wonder, did we now get a blueprint for a mason's workshop? No, not really. And then here we go. We got our second serious profession in the joint, the mason. Eventually we're gonna need a mason's pedestal, but then we can also see like the cook's spoon is made in here and the blacksmith hammer. We also got the trapper's knife and the potter's cutter. So all of the professions should be available now, provided we have the crafting level and the materials. Now, apart from the storage crates, there are also shelves and troughs for animals, even work shelves for finished products. As a matter of fact, I might want to put one of these right over here. Let's say here we're gonna have some shelves for finished products. Let's just put 2 of them right next to each other. And then maybe right here on the other side, we can have some firewood sheds. I guess during winter, we need a couple of these as well. So I'm just gonna have like 2 of them. We can also build a couple of stone piles, which I think I'm gonna try out here just to see whether or not we can store the stone a little bit better. And we can do the same thing with the wood, which we could do outside here. Just maybe have 1 or 2 additional wood stacks right there. Okay, nice. So far, so good. What is gonna be the next plan of action? We need to craft some stuff with the stonemason, that is for sure. And what we basically need to do is just level up the mason. So even if we don't need it, we're gonna go ahead and craft a few things. This bed right here, I think we need to assign, right? So reserve for our carpenter. My prayers were actually answered, and as soon as I unlocked everything corresponding with the masonry, we unlocked the respective blueprints. So now I'm capable of building a mason's house, which is gonna go right here, and at the same time we are being attacked for the first time. It's just a lonely stoneling, but it's 3 of them and just 1 of me. So let's see how this actually goes. My fighter went for them right away, all on his own accord. Ooh, I'm not sure that's gonna go well. Hopefully, well, it looks like we can take out at least one guy without losing too much. Luckily, we already made the shield for him. There we go. The second stoneling is Ash. So that was actually no problem at all. I still suggest we get a second fighter and maybe upgrade one to be an archer. I also made a third field right here for some wheat or corn, but soon enough I think we're gonna need a cook to make full use of it. There it is, the house is completed. We just have to add the furniture, such as some shelves and also the crafting stations. With the mason we can now craft a cook's spoon, which we should do, and also a potter's cutter. Now I think I'm gonna be needing a second farmer to take care of that and then promote one to be a cook. We can soon accept another hearthling, that should be no problem. Let's maybe change the jobs with Lolly right there. She's also gonna become a farmer and later on a cook. Looks like we have our first visitor, an explorer. There are some autonomous cricket golems in need of 9 wooden window frames. Sure, let's accept this quest. Wooden window frame, we're gonna go ahead and craft 9 of these, and then the explorer will be back in 24 hours. Alright, should be easy enough. We also seem to have a quest chest right here that we can use in order to store these frames. In the meantime, I need to get my mason skill up, so I think I'm gonna be crafting a bunch more window frames here, and I also dug out a lot of the area here in order to get more stone. As a matter of fact, it seems like we're getting more stone and coal and other useful things in this area, a little bit further into the mountain. Also, there should be a way to dig down in order to get even more precious materials, which we shall do very shortly. A fearsome goblin approaches. Looks like they want a couple of bones, and we already have some in our inventory, so we're gonna go ahead and complete this quest. Wait a second, looks like we have our first merchant. A merchant comes on behalf of a small but blooming gardening business. We could, for instance, purchase some berry bushes. Winter moss seed, yeah, let's purchase one of these. And maybe now we can also sell some stuff, like the extra workshops that we have going on. I also made some stuff with the merchant that we can now go ahead and sell. Also got some extra beds. Nice. Okay. Purchase all of these seeds. Also, maybe a cherry bush seed would be nice. Chestnut tree, not sure about that. I'm gonna purchase some more normal bushes as well. And now we should be able to just go ahead and plant all of these. Very nice. And now if I get another area growing here, I might be able to plant this seed. No, not really. Oh, the silkweed actually provides the fiber, so we should plant some of those. There's the merchant, by the way, setting up shop here at my stone merchant table. Oh no, some more invaders approaching. Wait. Where are they approaching from? From the top here. Okay. Looks like they're actually not gonna invade. They're just hanging around here. The explorer returns and looks like I've made it. So we're gonna accept, and looks like he's gone now. Wonderful. Lolly just reached apprentice farmer level 2. We're gonna change the jobs into a cook. We do have our cook, which hopefully means right there, the cook can make basic nutritious recipes. And what exactly do we need for that? Right here, cook craft menu. Stone cooking pot and a stone cook's table. Let's actually go ahead and place these. Gonna have one here and the cooking table right next to it. Those things I guess are crafted right here. No, actually not. Maybe they are crafted on the spot. Yeah, look at that. He's just hammering away at the stone. Nice. There it is, the cooking pot. We need some fuel. Looks like we can go with bundles of firewood, which I believe we might first have to craft. There it is, bundle of firewood. I want to maintain some in my storage. Let's say we want to maintain 20 or so. The firewood is then going to be added to the cooking pot, which allows us to craft various things. With bones, any vegetables, and raw meat, we can make some broth. So maybe we're going to try to maintain 5 of those. We can also make some tasty stews with various vegetables and pumpkins probably. Let's maintain some of those. Savory meat stew. That actually sounds delicious. Let's get some of those. Oh, check this out. We actually got the firewood stored in here and we can store 18. So maybe we're gonna maintain 36 in here. Ah, finally, we got enough food in order to accept another guy. And there's actually also a trader. First, our new hearthling. Ooh, seems to be a good warrior. I think I'm gonna upgrade this guy right away. Gonna need to craft a shield, but also a wooden sword. My goal is to get an archer very soon, but for that we need a weaver first to be able to do that. So let's craft that tool as well. And then the new girl right here, Cecily, is gonna become my new warrior. So we need to approve that. Wonderful. Now we got 2 footmen. We also got everything in the joint here. Let's see. Did we get a kitchen building? Not really. However, we are making progress now with the food. I also decided to store it with a little bit more dignity in these stone storage crates. So right now we have 24 food items right here in this storage crate and a bunch of them here as well. Right now I don't really have hearthlings with good enough stats to take over the weaver's job permanently, but I'm gonna promote someone temporarily in order to take care of crafting the tools. There it is. Don't get too excited about it. We're gonna need a weaver spindle, a workshop, and probably a loom. Let's get started with the spindle and the workbench first. I could also place a couple of these dry grass bundles in order to store the thatching material we have. Another daily update and we can accept a hearthling. I wonder, can I first see the stats? I don't think I can, but there he is. Let's see the stats. Okay, this could become a weaver. Should be good enough. So what I'm gonna do is promote to worker again, right there, which should then allow me to do this with the new guy. Yeah, you get the weaver job. We also have a merchant with mostly useless junk, but maybe we can sell some stuff. We also got these automated cricket golems. I think we can use them to haul materials. Maybe let's go ahead and sell a little bit of clay. I do have loads of it and it's at a good rate. Oh, there it is. Finally, the weaver's house. Maybe we did something wrong with the cook. Wow, okay, it is huge. And we already got a cook level 2. Very nice. The weaver's house I want to have right adjacent, but I first need to measure things out a little bit. Let's get some wooden flooring. Like 3 tiles away, I want my pathway. And then the weaver's house should be 3 tiles away from the pathway as well. Let's put it over here. Okay, I like that. Let's get it built. Oh yes, my minions, go to work. Alright, I just figured out there are some more machines that we could place, a stone oven and a mill grinder, so I suspect the cooking station blueprint will unlock very soon as well. Right now they're almost done with the weavery here. I think we should go ahead and maybe build some more pathways. I would like my pathway to go through here. Let me see. Yeah, just keep going this way and connect up to this one. Now, of course, there are a few things in the way that will have to move. Nice, we already got a mason level 4. That is definitely gonna allow us to progress further. I'm gonna go through my recipes a little bit and craft whatever the heck I can. Maybe even a basket of nuts, why the heck not? Some cooking oil. We also got another daily update with way more than enough food. I think we're gonna accept another hearthling. It is Roland. Let's have a look at you. Not really what I was hoping for, but you're gonna have to do. As for my next professions, I probably wanna have a look at the blacksmithing. And while we're at it, I'm also gonna make a trapper's knife. Looks like I got access to my blacksmith hammer at last. Now honestly, I don't really have anyone capable. I think we're just gonna wait for the daily update. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, we have enough food. Let's accept another one and hopefully this time it's gonna be something good. Ember, tell me you're good, please. Oh, yes. Okay, that is actually acceptable. You're gonna become my new blacksmith immediately. Right there it is. Wonderful. There we go. This also gave us a couple more crafting machinery. Let's see, we already have the simple pottage. No, that's something else. So we can craft the campfire pot. We can do the blacksmith crucible. Let's put that here, and the blacksmith furnace. Actually, I might want to put my smithy here. So let's put these guys over here first. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. I've just unlocked a huge settlement upgrade, giving us a tier 2 building template. So I want to have a look at that right away. What did we get? Nothing right away, but I guess we should be able to unlock them now. I decided to set up another sleeping quarters here, and I'm gonna be moving some of my farm stuff in this corner. Like, I want to have dedicated fields. Also, I would like to set up a fence right here, just for the looks of it. Okay, I think I got everything planned out except for the fence posts here in the corner, but that should be good. My entrance is gonna be here, and maybe we're just gonna set up our berry farms right here. The largest area that I can do is 11 by 11, so I think what I'm gonna do is set up 4 of these farms, 1 in each corner, and this might actually also allow me to get some timber farms. No, they are actually much larger. What about the orchards? They're also 7 by 7 at least. In this case, I might want to make everything a little bit larger, honestly. I'm first gonna set up 2 farm fields, and I want them to just be grassland. Then I'm gonna do a small flower field right here with some bright bell flowers and maybe a smaller field here with the frost snap flowers. Then I want to do 2 more berry farms, and this is where we're gonna have our fence. Wonderful. Let's actually move the frost snap flower farm over so everything is symmetrical. And was there a third option? No, just grassland or fallow. Well, I guess we can keep this grassland as well. Okay, I kind of like that. Now, will you look at that? We actually unlocked some more stuff. The town tavern, the town inn, a townhouse, a cozy townhouse, a corner townhouse, or a blacksmith townhouse. So the blacksmith one is definitely one that I want to build, and it should be going somewhere over here. So I need to make space. This guy here has to move. Looks like some goblins want to mess with us. I cannot really provide this stuff for them, so I'm gonna kindly decline. Then we take all the things. What are you talking about? Where are they even? Good. I want to see enough space here between the blacksmith and the carpenter shop to also add a pathway. Now this is going to require quite a few materials, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to exactly build that, but we're definitely getting there. Okay, it looks like we need to resolve a fight, and I'm not sure we are ready for this. This actually looks like we're not ready for this, so just in case I made a little save game at this point. Actually, you know what? Looking at this, we are definitely not ready, but we might get ready if we get more warrior hearthlings in the joint. I was thinking about building some training equipment that could also be good. We're going to be moving that around. We are soon also, let's also build a stone training dummy. And then at some point we're going to need the archery stuff as well. Looks like we're already at the 2nd level here with the blacksmithy. Okay, I just accepted a new hearthling, and I think this guy is good enough in order to become my, a herbalist. Yes, we are in desperate need of this. This is going to be our only way to actually heal somebody. Now, I think even though we don't have the best candidate, Amis right here could become our trapper. I think I'm gonna do that as well. Now, we also have access to the herbalist's lab and the stone cauldron, both of which I'm gonna place right away. My soldiers can now also finally train up, which means soon enough I should be able to promote one to archer. Like K right here is very close to level 3, and then once that has happened I can promote him to archer. I also dug myself all the way down to level 24. If we just go up a little bit, you can see I skipped many levels in order to get there, so we can snatch up some more valuable ores. There it is, a new building, the herbalist's house. Where do I want to put this? Honestly, right here in the back. So I need to wait for these guys to be harvested. Well, they are not edible just yet. By the way, now that we have a trapper, I should be making a trapping ground. Maybe just right here should be good enough. And we want to go for small rabbits. This should then give us the very last ingredients that we actually require to finish the crafting here in order to get some leather and stuffing for the comfy bed. But yeah, now we have already quite a few hearthlings, and most of them do have a job. Well, there are a couple of workers still, but they are also necessary to haul materials and most importantly also build. Now it doesn't look like I have enough ores. Yeah, at the moment most of my ores are being used up. I do have some copper, gold and tin here, so maybe I should just make sure they actually bring things upstairs. So in one of these crates I want to make sure we store the ore, and then maybe in another I'm gonna store the coal. Alright, I am back, and a huge amount of days actually have passed. I've still been working here on the herbalist's hut, and I also figured out that we have to plant a couple of pots in order to grow our own herbs. I have a little thing going on here, the fountain of plenty that I still have to build, that is gonna give my hearthlings quite a bit of a buff. I'm also trying to satisfy the goblins' demands so I don't get attacked as frequently, but more importantly I started to build a inn right here for my people because I was hoping that all the cooking stuff will be in here. Let's actually get the buildings back in its entirety. So this is my current town with all the shenanigans that are going on. I ran into the problem that I had too many items. The more hearthlings you have, the more items you can have, but all of these storage chests here are now full and they're just just full of random junk. I still have enough food and everything in order to sustain my population. Now, the only problem is that I have a huge backlog of things that I need to craft still. I'm mostly missing the fine stuffing. I think that is a huge problem, and maybe we would be getting that if we had a shepherd. Now, in order to have a shepherd, we either need to upgrade a trapper. Let's see, could we just go ahead? Yeah, we could upgrade a trapper, or we could upgrade a farmer. So I think I'm gonna decide for the trapper. Where do we have that knife? Right here, a trapper's knife. I'm gonna go ahead and build that. And then we're gonna promote another hearthling to trapper. At the smithy, I also queued up a whole bunch of things, mostly to craft all of the smelted bars and everything. I also wanted to upgrade my cook's spoon, so that is actually a thing. But you can see I'm mostly trying to keep up with all the crafting materials, and also very important, I'm trying to build a knight's shield. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this a little bit up to the crafting queue. That did not work. There we go. So as soon as we can, we are gonna build a knight's shield as well. But there's still some things missing. Oh, some more invaders approaching. Ooh, what is that? That is new. But yeah, I guess we can send our party in order to defend. I now actually have upgraded one of my warriors to archer. So you can see right here, this is my archer now taking care of things. And then I still have my warrior. Oh man, hopefully it's gonna survive. Yeah, I think after this, we definitely need to upgrade our armor. Like, this is not going very well, I have to say. So I think we can take one more hit and then, oh man, we're screwed. Okay, now he's actually fleeing on his own accord. That is good. I want you to kind of move away. And now let's see, the archer might be taking care of things, but this is also not very good. Are you gonna kite it? Maybe. No, not really. Oh man, this is not good. I gotta flee a little bit and ooh, okay. Now he's got another target. Oh, at least the target is just the wall. That is good. So now we can shoot a couple of times, maybe. Come on, where are you going? Don't flee. You have to attack. Attack. Oh no, my warrior's coming back. That is not good. You first will have to recover, flee. Oh jeez, okay, I guess we are gonna need more people actually in the warrior force. Let's see, we have Paul Homesmead right here. That could become a warrior. Let's go ahead and improve that. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to get another shot off right here. And then we flee again. Okay, go. Just get this thing away from us. Oh no, we don't have enough stuff for the goblins. So I guess they're gonna attack us as well. Okay, well, at least the goblins aren't too hard to defeat. But let's first get done with this guy here. Are you serious? Just kill it. Okay, thank you. Thankfully, this goblin is weak and fleeing. Somebody is starving. Well, go eat. For once, I would like to get that knight. We have to get that a little bit under control. Now, looking at the stats, I think I want Paul to become a crafter instead. And we're gonna go with somebody else. Let's just take Mac right here. You're gonna become the new warrior. And then Paul, I guess, can become the trapper and then upgrade to shepherd. A shepherd's crook is crafted by the carpenter, which we can do. And then I think we're gonna take on another hearthling, just in case. Let's check this guy out. Yeah, okay. Could also be a crafter. We still need a potter, and I think for that we first need a mason. Yeah, to get a potter, we need a level 2 mason. So I need another mason tool set. Looks like we're now finally starting to build all the insides here of the inn, which is interesting. There are many comfy beds. They will really like it. So if we check out my previous trapper right here, this guy should be good enough. Now we're still missing the shepherd's crook. Let's just wait for this. You know, these guys have been on the roof for quite a while, I have to say. Where are you even? Oh no, are they trapped? Look at that. I think this guy got stuck here. How is this even a thing? Yeah, I think these two got trapped, and this is why my blacksmith isn't doing anything. I can build a ladder here. Maybe that is gonna help. And then you also need a ladder. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. This guy got saved. And now it's just about my blacksmith. Come on, I need you back. I need you in my life. Oh, I need the ladder on the other side. Okay, but this is gonna work. I'm so happy at least I could save them. Oh, when you look at that, I can buy the knight's shield. I'm definitely gonna do that. That is gonna make it a little bit easier. Yeah, for some reason that knight's shield just completely vanished out of my inventory. Well, I mean, now that I saved my blacksmith, we should be crafting it at least. Well, we still need the iron ingot, which I think I'm also taking care of. At least I am still digging away here. Make sure we get some of that juicy iron. Also, we should think about upgrading our warriors in general, like we could have a short sword. Yeah, sure, let's go for one of these upgrades, iron short sword. And we also have access to some armor, like a bronze chest plate. Sounds absolutely amazing if you ask me. There's also the iron one, but I do think we have more of the bronze material available. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely craft one of these armors for my ranged unit. Then I'm gonna do 2 iron helmets and also 2 iron chest plates or plate mails. Wonderful, now I can finally upgrade someone to be a shepherd. That is gonna be good. Experience miner is now level 1 shepherd, of course. We get a shepherd's bin and grinder, and we also get a shepherd's churn, a cheese vat in the future. Interesting. We can make mayonnaise, some cream and stuff, some animal fodder. Okay. I assume this also means we can now make a pasture. Let's try that out right here. What is the... Ooh, okay, this can be quite large. For now, let's do a smaller one right here, and I would like to see some ducklings so I can get the feathers that I so desperately need for crafting. Absolutely incredible. There are so many things in this game I don't even know what to do with. I mean, a lot of it is just variations of the same stuff, like different tables, but still, there's also a lot of utility to it. Oh, well, you look at that. We got a duck already. Okay, everything is going to be a smooth ride as of this point. There are actually not many more jobs that we have to cover. We still want a cleric, so we'll have to upgrade a couple of herbalists probably and a brewer. What about the engineer? I mean, there's still so much stuff. We're now going for the potter. So I think what I wanted to do is upgrade Thor here, or actually promote him to be a mason as well. So in the future, he can become a potter. Okay, a little update on my town. I finally managed to upgrade my warriors. Here is one of them. You can see K is now a level 1 knight. And checking his character sheet, he's also got some plate mail, a upgraded sword, and of course the knight's shield. As far as I know, they just equip whatever is the best that they currently can equip. The only thing I can decide is if they take a sword and shield or a two-handed weapon, and I think there's even a dual-handed option. By the way, I'm also coming back because I want to add another blueprint that might actually be useful to us. Let me check that out. It is right here. We already built the town inn, now comes the town tavern. I think I want to have it right here so we can also make a marketplace of some sorts. This is overlapping slightly with my pastures, but it's probably going to be okay once I move them. Okay, we're going to need quite a few things for that. So this all goes in my crafting queues. Most of the stuff we now have no problems to actually build. So now I'm going to move these pastures. I'm going to make them about 21 by 21. No, let's actually do 22 by 22. That is for my ducklings. And then I have another one here, 22 by 22 for the rabbits. That means I can probably get rid of these guys. And here we go. My hearthlings are starting to build. Also, we have the little cricket helpers here. They are actually just hauling the stuff 24/7. I'm going to be back with another update shortly, but before we do that, there's one more promotion we can do. My second mason leveled up, so I can change their job to be a potter. We desperately needed to do that. Thor is now a level 1 potter. Very nice. And look at that. We got some shepherd stuff, a barn, a homestead, and a small shelter. This is amazing. And I think before long, we're going to need another herbalist in order to promote to a cleric. And of course, there's also the brewer, but I think the cleric is more important, so we have some in-combat healing. Considering all of the new buildings, I think I want to add a little something right here for my shepherd. I'm gonna get started with the shepherd's homestead. Now, is this placed correctly? Yeah, actually, this is totally fine. We're gonna go ahead and build that. And maybe I'm gonna wait with the placement of the other two buildings so we don't have to do everything in one go and we actually get things done. But I'm gonna be placing the shepherd's homestead and the animal barn as well. And then we can have our pastures right here. All right, will you look at that? It is now definitely winter. My hearthlings are quite a bit slower and less efficient. I could technically go ahead and craft them some upgraded worker outfits, and there are even some winter worker outfits, but there's still so much actually queued up in all of the crafting stations that I just need to let the game do its thing for a little while. But you can see right here, the pottery is coming along. Some of the stations are already in place and we are cooking away mostly. Let me see, we're now doing the fire bricks finally. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I am back and I made some progress. I actually was was stuck because I planted some pots here and my herbalists weren't able to make any progress. But now I remedied that issue, and we also discovered a couple of new plants. I think this one here, the daisy, this is a white one. I do need a yellow one in order to be able to progress. So I have to wait for that to happen. But in the meantime, we did get a second herbalist, level 3 journeyman herbalist, and I also crafted a cleric's tome. Right here, we should be ready to upgrade this guy to level 1 cleric. There we go. I totally missed it. The cleric can use sheep tamed by a shepherd to practice their magical gestures and earn experience up to level 3. That is actually intriguing. I did not make a whole bunch of progress here on the houses. I think I'm still missing a lot of the furniture, like the pasture beddings. But on the plus side, I now finally managed to get all the cooking utensils in the joint. There is still no blueprint for anything that contains all these cooking utensils. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I think I might just go ahead and build my own in this case. But let me make some more progress in the meantime, and I'm gonna be right back. Alright guys, I played through the entirety of winter. We have a couple of new things going on. For instance, we have this little chicken pen here. I really like that one, so we're now getting chickens on the regular. Then this right here, I'm not really utilizing just yet. I first have to get rid of the forest. But I was mainly focusing on building everything and getting stuff balanced. For instance, my weaver right now is not capable of just keeping up with all the threads and everything that has to be crafted. You can also see I now got 22 hearthlings in the joint. I just kept on accepting a bunch. Most of the time they are actually really bad, but what can I say? We're gonna choose mica right here in order to support our weaver. I already made a spindle, so we're gonna upgrade this guy. And then another thing I need support on is the farming. Let's see, maybe fry right here. At least a lot of spirit and a little bit of mind. So we're gonna change that worker to now be a farmer as well. And then maybe my fields are being harvested more regularly. When it comes to my army, I now have 1 archer. I also have a cleric. I have 3 knights. And I'm kind of thinking I would like to see at least 1 more archer. That would be great. Also, let's maybe check out their equipment. Right here we have a composite bow. And this one even got a small buckler. Then my cleric at the moment isn't wearing anything, but I already got an equipment ready once he hits level 4. Then as for my knights, they should have proper equipment. I might want to upgrade their shields, but I think my blacksmith also has a bunch of issues. Right now I'm lacking the food for any more hearthlings. Let's have a look at the blacksmith. I'm still stuck here. I want to have an enhanced anvil, and I also want to have an enhanced blacksmith furnace. Now the reason we cannot do that is because we're missing the iron ingot, and if we check right here, we just don't have any iron ore. The reason I cannot really dig for more iron ore is because I still have so much stone just hanging around. And so one way I figured we can fix this is just by crafting the stone in the inventory. So if we check out the mason right here, they can craft these stone piles, and I just keep on crafting a whole bunch of them in order to reduce the amount of items that I have. This way I don't really have to place them in the world, they will just exist as an item, and I can do the same thing here with my clay. Now I dug a little deeper because I figured maybe we will find a bunch more ore all the way down here, and this is actually the lowest we can dig. Let's maybe start by excavating all around this block, and I just want to see if we're maybe a little luckier finding the ores. So now that I have 2 weavers, hopefully I get to build the wall-mounted tapestry and also these decorative rocks, and then finally this building here will also be finished. That really took a long time. Alrighty, I am back, and it looks like we made it all the way to summer again. It is summer, how wonderful. I'm still struggling with too many items. I just kept on digging a little bit in order to get coal and everything, and it bit me truly in the butt. They aren't cleaning up anymore, they aren't gathering anymore. I can barely sell all of my junk. I made a couple of extra storage chests in order to help out with that, but this is a constant struggle, and slowly but surely I can feel the impact of all the hearthlings. So even with a powerful computer, I wouldn't go too far beyond that. I also got some nice beehives here, and I changed the pastures, so now we have some sheep. right here there should be some cows in the future. No, actually pigs, and then we have some cows here and some ducks there. I also made 2 extra houses just because I didn't have enough beds for all the hearthlings. At least I don't think so. And yeah, right now I'm just trying to go through the crafting chains. Right here the weavers are actually doing a great job. The blacksmith also. We actually got the advanced machines in the joint. Right here the enhanced blacksmith furnace, and also this magical little thing, the enhanced blacksmith anvil. When it comes to digging out, I figured it is best to just go for the visible veins. In this case I did just get a whole bunch of coal, and I actually dug quite deep into this. But yeah, I brought you back for 2 reasons, one of which is we can promote someone to another job, namely the engineer right here. I leveled up a little blacksmith in order to be able to accomplish that. And there we go, journeyman engineer. We're gonna need the engineer's tool bench. Let's place that right here in the wild for now. Also, while I'm at it, maybe we're gonna fight a little something. Looks like these guys are on their merry way either way, so let's send out our warriors and take care of that. There's also a goblin encampment that I would like to take apart. Maybe we can do that in one go. My soldiers here are pretty much trained up and they didn't have anything to do lately, so I'm glad they get to do something. And these lizards are actually kind of crazy. They go kind of wild on my hearthlings, so I'm glad I have a cleric. Yeah, just a couple more hits and the boss is taken out. Wonderful. Oh, nice. We now have a knight level 5. What does that mean? Boosts courage of everyone around. Ah, this is great. So they don't flee anymore. Yeah, and these little guys, they are actually no problem at all. Actually, let's have a quick look at the engineer crafting menu. Ah, look at that. We can make a small refrigerator and all we need is an iron gear for that. Bronze crossbow for a level 4 archer. There's even a turnip shooter. Ah, this is like a trap, a turret. And there it is, the steel crossbow for archer level 6. I need that. I'm actually already gonna queue one of these up, and the gears are also queued up automatically. There's a clamp trap and a decoy, and there's also a critter trap. There's even fluid control. That is kind of crazy. I don't even know what to do with that. But yeah, back to our fight. Let's take care of these guys. There we go. Now, before you guys head home, let's also attack the goblins right there. We want to take out this camp. We are tired of being threatened here. And this should actually be fairly easy. After this goblin, I'm just gonna allow them to attack whoever they want. And looks like this is the big baddie here, the chieftain Oogie. You can do it, guys. I believe in you. Right at this point, it's actually really no issue anymore. I think we need to go for a bigger challenge. Okay, what are they doing? They are actually going after the children. I love it. There will be no survivors. Chieftain Oogie is defeated. It hurts, yeah. And there it is, the entire loot. We even got some useful stuff out of it. All of this belongs to us, yes. Okay guys, have fun recovering. Ah, look at this, my beautiful little town. At this point, I think we almost got it all. The only things we are still missing are the geomancer right there. And for that, I think I have to fulfill a quest. And then there's also the brewer. So maybe we can now promote someone to herbalist in order to become another brewer. And it looks like my best candidate at the moment is Rose right there. Let's take her, herbalist, and then we're gonna upgrade her to brewer. What do I need for that? A brewer's tumbler, which is made by a level 2 herbalist. So right here, this thing we're gonna need. And then as soon as Rose becomes level 2, we can promote her to brewer. Just for testing purposes, I set up some more market stands and actually way more valuable merchants came along. I was not able with the Farmers Guild market stand to purchase more seeds, so I can, for instance, sow barley and also some other stuff. But even more importantly, I think Rose just leveled up, so we can promote her to be the brewer. And that should be phenomenal, raise the spirits a little bit. There is a brewer's table, just gonna place it right here for now. And with that, I think we covered all the jobs. This game has come such a long way thanks to the Ace mod. I'm so happy it now kind of feels finished. But mind you, the mod is also being updated on a regular basis. And if you really wanted, you could go all out and designing everything yourself. I feel like there's huge potential. It's just limiting in terms of it doesn't run very well on Windows 11. I did have a lot of crashes and sometimes I have to start the game multiple times in order to get it running. So I would mostly recommend you to play the game with the Ace mod if you already own it. It has definitely come a long way since I played it last. There are some invaders approaching. I think I have access to this level now. Also, let's maybe check out what we can find here while we're at it. Now, these guys are actually coming down the ladder, which is hilarious. But we should be able to make contact here. Yeah. There we go. Let's take out the chief first. You know, where the heck is my healer? It feels like nobody's being healed. Let me see. What are you doing over there? Oh no, he's stuck. Oh man, somebody has to save you, please. You know, I'm not really sure I like that. I cannot even click my Hearthling. There he is. Okay, I think I can run away, move to location with you. So yeah. You have to run away. And then maybe one of my Hearthlings is gonna build that ladder. That would be amazing. Yes, go for it. We need our cleric back. Goblin wolves are trained to attack. I don't have the time for that right now. Please tell me you're building the ladder. Okay, thank you. Free my cleric. Okay, now we can work again. There it is, the healing touch. Okay, we should be good. Okay guys, I feel like we were able to experience a good portion of the game and what it is about. There are also multiple starts you can go for, and of course there are basically no limits to creativity when it comes to building. I think the next time I will give myself a little bit more space here and also start to build the houses myself, so I have a little bit more freedom. Also, I would definitely manage my inventory much better, so not having that much stuff around and only ever expanding when I really need it. Here we go, town items are full again, but if we check out the town info, we have a lot of gold, 32,000 net worth, the value of our agriculture is 1,200, the buildings 9,400, and my inventory 21,000. I ended up with over 5,000 coins that I could spend at vendors, which I think I would also do way more frequently, and I will probably try to balance my jobs a little bit better. Now, to bring this video to a glorious end, I would say we're gonna take our warriors and attack the top portion right here. Let me see. In order to do that, we first need a ladder. So let's build one there. Oh yes, and something I would also do is focus a little bit more on how we craft the cooking stuff. Like, I didn't manage to build the donation box because the food always ended up being eaten before I got all the ingredients for the donation box. So I guess we would have to handle that a little bit differently, maybe keep in check what the Hearthlings are actually eating. And there it is, my ladder. Oh, come on, you could have finished that. But yeah, I have to say, I'm really happy. 1 year actually takes much longer than I first anticipated. So the seasons are fairly long, like 20 days, and you have to manage your crops and everything during winter. I could also probably have used a bunch of better storages to store my food so it doesn't go that bad. Maybe build a couple more wells, that would have been great. But yeah, overall, I have to say there is a lot going on with all my Hearthlings. I just wish the game ran a little bit better. That would just be absolutely amazing. But with that out of the way, let's go for the attack. We're gonna take these guys out even during the night. Here we go. My cleric, of course, is first. What are you doing? The cleric is just totally going for it. Okay, maybe you run away. That would be better. Thankfully, he can heal himself. But let's see what happens once we defeated the skeletons. Are we just gonna take everything apart? Yeah, looks like we're going for everything. Okay. There is the big baddie. Who are you? Nameless Gravemore. But I think we should be fine though. I don't really see the hearts anymore. As long as my cleric does his job. There's even another daily update. We didn't reach it because of the food. Yeah, check this out. We're absolutely undefeatable. Like, these enemies are absolutely no problem. We can just keep on healing. And now you can also see I'm getting these high quality merchants that actually have a lot of gold. Like, I could sell this guy stuff for 960 coins. Absolutely amazing. But let's keep going here. Looks like we're attacking the house now. Intriguing. So we're just gonna take this apart. Yeah, there it is. Now it is in ruins. Okay, looks like that was it. I was expecting a little something more. I'm not sure what, but we got good loot out of it. Here is the end of the world. Yeah, in my vision, I would just go ahead and expand the settlement to 100 Hearthlings and just have things all over the place. But alas, there are limitations, and for good reason. There's also a lot of quests to explore. Most of them I didn't really show off. But yeah, I would say with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Got some good impressions of the game and what it offers. Thank you so much for supporting this video, leaving a like and a comment, and maybe even subscribe for more content. But with that out of the way, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.